Right, new battery. I've noticed this with this camera, it does run out of that battery so quick. You get 4 or 5 videos and it's gone. More modern cameras last a bit longer. It's open to question. Have a look at that, that's just the 2. They're both the same. Right, they're the same, so let's put that back in there. So we now have the ship's boats and there's some wheels. These are what they were calling capstans. I don't think they're capstans myself personally. But you got, I suppose they're davits. You got whatever that is, searchlight. Actually these are the parts of the searchlights only. But they look like they would be parts of the fire reels. The boats are, not too bad. Not brilliantly detailed, but not too bad. Square, well, they look like rafts. And then you've got all the bits down here. A lot small. Look at these little bits here. These are tiny, look at them. They are tiny, tiny little things. I hate it when they do this and they put such small little tiny pieces in. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of them. And at the end of the day, something like that, you see. It's like even the camera's not picking them up very well. But these things are just, well, you can see next to my finger how small they are. They are tiny, tiny little things. You say, well, why do you have to do that? Why do you have to make them so small? Once they're on the kit, and they're on the model, you're going to be lucky to be able to see them. That's what I would have said. No, they're the barrels, I think. Can't quite tell. But that's not too bad. There's a decent bit, not masses of detail in there, but enough. Could have done with a bit more detail, but some of it can be added to with photo etch anyway. Upmarket kit, decent upmarket kit. They're both the same. Let's put that one away. So once again, we've got more. That's bent, but I'm not quite sure why that's bent. That's not bent there, so something's bending that. So let's put that one away. So we've got the boats there. Once again, there's not really any details in them. At least what looks like one of the crane type things, the crane. At least that's got, you can see that it's a proper, you can see through it, instead of just being a solid block. Which makes it look a lot nicer. They're them radar domes, catapult for the aircraft. That is something that looks weird at the end. I don't think it's broken. No, it's not broken. It couldn't go anywhere. No, it's not come off of that. I thought maybe, no, it's a different number. I thought for a minute that had broken across there, but it's not. So that's probably the bit of the mast. And then we've got a wheel. We've got a cog wheel there, probably going to move something up and down. A little bit there, if you can pick up the detail in it. A little bit there. You can't pick up the detail in it because you can't see it. Right, there you go. The light's not doing it any favours, is it? My light's playing with that. Oh, there you go. Although that's made it a bit too dark now. So you can just see there's a bit of detail in that. Oh, that's stupid now. See it again now. So there's a bit of detail in that. So that's not too bad. Not too bad at all. A big one here. So we've got various bits and pieces here for all that bridge work and what will eventually be the funnel work and all sorts. I get mixed up here because I think I'm looking at the top and then the top is down there. So there's quite a bit of detail in that, as you can see. A decent bit of detail here as well. Got a nice bit of detail. And that's actually the bottom. So the funnels, yeah, adequate. There's no detail in them funnels. Well, not a lot anyway. You can just about see there's a little bit of detail in them. Not a massive amount. But enough though. And wherever that is, it's got windows going round it. Normally, I think I've got it too close, haven't I, to see. You won't see the details as well now, but you can see the screw there now. So that's got windows going round, square windows. So rather than cut them out, probably colour them in black to give the impression of windows. There's a nice bit of detail in there. That's got a decent bit of detail in there, as of these here. So they're just looks like anti-slip kind of stuff. There's certainly a decent bit. No, that's woodwork. There's wood. I can see the butt system. So that's got wood going across it. That's got the anti-slip. That's probably anti-slip. So decent bit of detail in them. That's wood. Whether they will have decks for them, I don't know. They probably would. Might have wooden decks for them. Although from what I've seen of the wooden decks, they don't appear to be. I just always check these back to make sure there's nothing in them. So we've got, alright, they're the two bits that go on the bow. The ship's boats there. More ship's boats, not a lot of detail in them. I mean, a lot of this stuff goes across the masts. There's that weird looking bit that I was looking at that didn't seem to make any sense. But looking at it in reality, it does make sense. The boat there, which is not really any detail in that. Alright, because it's upside down. So that bolt there has a little bit of detail in it. You can just, yeah, you can make it out there if I put a shadow over it. So you can see the detail in that there. Where's that light coming from? There. So you can see the detail in that boat there. You have to be careful with this because this is looks very fragile. This is part of the catapult, I think. The big long masts. So it's not a bad mast, actually. Although it fins out at the top, so you would probably get away with that down there because of how thick that is. Once you get to here, this is where you'd want to start replacing it. A fair few bits there, there's the boats there, there's a little bit there that needs doing, a tiny bit there. You've got to really watch these little bits. They're so fragile. Can end up sort of snapping them. I don't realise you snapped them. This is two bits of the same. So we'll put that on there to protect that bit. Put that bit back in there. Once again, ship's boats. Bit of detail in them. There's not massive, but there's enough. But photo etch will improve these. Then you've got these. I still can't, I meant to check and see what they were. They're like the fins that you drag behind the ship. And once again, I'm going to do a set of these. Unbelievably small. And that's the thing, once these are on the boat, ship, and then you bit of flash on these, that's unfair. Once they're on the ship, wherever they go. Clicked into something, painted up, I don't know that they're little guns by the look of it. The anchor, or at least one of them. And we've got various wheels again, davits. I've got a feeling that's similar to what I saw before. These are not a stand. I don't think it's a stand. These are the bits that go across to solidify the hull, and not a sort of stand. There's the can't really see that, can you? But then again, I can really see it. Bismarck. I still don't get this big gap here, because there's nothing there that's got anything going on it. So I'm not sure about that. I just don't know why they've got it like that. You can probably see that a bit. Oh, there you go. So now you can see, you know, I don't understand that gap. Because there's nothing in the instructions about putting a decal in there. So now I have to look up that and see why it's got such a big gap there. I haven't even seen a decal that would fit it. Let's see if you... So there's the decals. There's nothing on that. Now you see they'll go on the various bits. There's nothing on there that would say you put in that big gap. So I'm not sure about that. Now this has got, alright, here's these hanger bays for the aircraft. And they're quite detailed there. Well, that's the, alright, all them little bits where the ship's going, aren't they? Decent bit of detail on some of this stuff. There's a wooden bit in there. And there's nice bit of detail in here, that looks anti-slip. Anti-slip. Nice bit of detail going on there. I think that's one of them hanger bay doors. Doors again, vents. Little tiny bit. You have to be careful of them. It looks like what part of a mast, some sort of mast. So no, nice bit of detail in some of that, as you can see. Nothing on the bottom really. Decent fish detail. Oh, we're getting there. But as you've probably been able to tell, this is an awful lot of stuff. Awful lot of stuff to do here. Let's cut that down. See what's under that. Usually you would keep them as they are, but I like to see what's under there just in case whatever's under there is broken. Because that's the type of thing that you would find a broken stuff. So this is the, I forget what you call them, but they go along the side of the hull. Now there's your breakwater, and that's got all the little bits that are in the deck, they're going to fit in that deck. I do know that you can replace these with photo etch. Be an interesting bit that to replace with photo etch. It's quite a big breakwater that has, a bit more of the breakwater there. And then you've got the vents, all these vents, quite a few of them. I don't know if they must glue together because there's nothing on them. You've got the propeller bits, little bits, I don't know what they do, but there's all these little bits here, little tiny bits here, bits of detail in the top of these, the two rudders, a little, that's what I would call a capstan, as opposed to the fire hydrants that they were showing you. So let's put that back around there because it was protecting those two bits of the mast, I think. It doesn't have to be super duper, just enough to keep that down. Idiot. Just keep it down, just stop it. Oop, that's the last screw. So into the last screw here. In this box, there's one more box to go after this. Right, gotta be the funnels, look at the size of them. That's something special for a funnel, isn't it? I mean, look at the size of them things. They're huge, aren't they? There's a bit of detail in them, masses of detail. Not bad, I suppose. It looks like it would have been made of metal and turned round. But it's not masses. Anti-slip, funnel tops. I don't know what that is, but it looks interesting. Don't think there's anything underneath other than the details in these. Funnel top. And then these little tiny bits. But that's not too bad, that's quite decent funnels. A decent size. In fact, they're huge, you know, the size of my hand, but quite big funnels, and that's going to be quite impressive, sticking out the top of the ship, isn't it? So that's how it looks done. Right, final box. We're getting there, bit by bit. Slowly but surely, until we get bits to the end. Do the screws first. Right, now, where are we? Right. So we've got. Let's get that out of the way. So we've got two screws, both of these are the same. So let's put that one back in there. If there's anything really bad under there. It's a bit weird this because they've got that protected, but on one of the other screws they've got similar to, and that's not protected. It's a bit weird. So we've got, and these are like then, what were the observation bits? Got a gun like this, I don't know whether this supposed to be a telescopic type thing. I think that was part of the, I'm not sure, I think that was part of the radar. We've got all these little bits, look, anchor there. Couple of wheels there that go on something, and then I think these belong on the mast. Look at that. It's going to have to be really careful with that. This is where sometimes it pays off, because that's got quite a bit, it's got to be cut off that. It pays out sometimes when you've got something that thin to put a little bit of glue along it, and it just makes it strong enough to not snap, because I can, the size of the part that's holding that in place, I can see that snapping. I can see that going no problem. So let's just put that back around there. Only has to be roughly around there. So that's just protecting that bit. Oh, 30 seconds now, both those screws are the same. Right, the camera's going to go off in a minute. We'll just wind down the camera. We can see that these are, I presume, guns, I'm not sure. Interesting. Very interesting.